Today, I authorized 2 operations in Iraq. Targeted airstrikes to protect our American personnel. Targeted strikes against ISIL terrorists. Began strikes. Today, America is coming to help.
16,000 strikes. That's how many missions have been flown to attack the Islamic State. The threat is real for these fighter pilots, and for some of them, their mission often begins nearly 8,000 miles away in the desert Southwest.
We take into account everything that is going on around the world, and we are prepared to do what is necessary and what the nation asks us to do.
Yuma is home of the Harrier, and many Marines from all across the country come to Yuma specifically for training.
The East Coast and the West Coast has Harrier squadrons, 4 deployed, supporting operations.
We're averaging about 2 a day, 6 days a week. It could be anything from bombing to low-level flights or any combination of both.
These pilots train for years and for hundreds of hours, but there's no guarantee that one of our pilots will not fall into terrorist hands.
That's mainly what we're training to, is when some of our systems degrade, how we're going to deal with that.
And these fighter pilots know exactly where their training could take them.
The time to just actually think about being nervous and stuff isn't really there.
At MCAS Yuma Attack Squadron 311, what they're working for is an upcoming deployment. They'll be partaking in a Marine Expeditionary Unit in May, and while the location and nature of their mission is top secret, previous Yuma squadrons have directly battled ISIS. I'm inside one of about 3 dozen Harriers stationed here in Yuma. This jet that I'm actually in right now, it's going to be deploying in just a few months. To give you an idea of how fast this aircraft flies, I can go from here in Yuma to Phoenix in just about 10 minutes.
I will never forget the first time I took off in a Harrier. Flying at 300 feet and 450 miles an hour is just a surreal feeling. It's peaceful. You can see for miles and miles, but then that peaceful ends really quickly.
These jets have been used in countless wars dating back to 1969, and they've been in Yuma just about as long. By 2025, the Harrier is scheduled to be phased out and will be replaced with the F-35, which is the most advanced jet in all of the Department of Defense. But what this means for Harrier pilots is that there will be fewer and fewer trained each and every year. But for now, while they may be half a world away from their homes and their loved ones, these Marines know their fight for freedom thousands of miles away keeps everything they cherish at home safe.